Ladies and gentlemen, the best laner to ever exist is currently on an absolute warpath on Ryze mid in Korean Challenger. He literally almost cannot be beaten, averaging 10 CS per minute every single game, 10.5, 10.2, 10.6, 10.1, 10.8, 11.3. Like, it's just ridiculous how consistent he is on this Ryze pick at the moment. And why? It's because of this tanky setup, okay? You're going for the Fimbulwinter, the Gargle Stoneplate, the Frozen Heart. You can't be killed on this Ryze, and yet you're still able to dish out so much bloody damage. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump onto the Rift, break down Chovy's Ryze, and also just see what the hell is his laning phase all about that enables him to always hit that 10 CS per minute perfect mark. Into the laning phase, up against an Irelia, running the phase rush setup. You're moving so damn quick on Ryze. If you've ever versed a good Ryze, you know you can't touch them with skill shots. When you have mechanics like Chovy, I don't think this Leona or Irelia or even Lee Sin is going to be hitting much on him today. And I recommend, guys, if you do struggle with CS or laning in general, like sometimes you lose lane like every second game, dude, just watch a Chovy laning phase once or twice a week and just take note of a couple of things that he does. Usually, he always is competing for the level 2 spike in the first wave, okay? It's very rare that he doesn't hit level 2 first. Use that level advantage, that skill advantage. You literally have an extra entire skill on your opponent. And then you're able to, you can see him. He knows level 2 spikes. The first trip of the second wave moves up instantly, trying to zone away on this Irelia. Now, of course, if he was into a harder matchup like a Syndra or a Zoe, maybe he wouldn't be able to get this and have to wait. It just depends. You need to know your matchups. But into this Irelia, we drop 2 CS on the first 2 waves. Chovy, he'll put a water cross. And this is very textbook. Shove the... Oh my god, Irelia. E goes wide. Look at the autos that he's weaving. I see too many low elo players. They're spamming their spells, but they're not throwing their damn abilities as Irelia has to blow all her skills. Chovy gets the exhaust out, holds his flash, and it's not looking good for this young lady. Especially, I mean, Kayn can't really. He doesn't have that good of a gank, but it's an easy setup. You should be timing that. 5 minutes. You should be talking to your jungle, at least spamming it. Irelia no flash till 7:43. As he's thinking about going for the flash, Irelia doesn't have anything. Like, if you can hard shove... Ooh. If you can hard shove this and quickly get a reset... Chovy also never takes... He almost never takes first reset, by the way. He'll force his opponent out by having a perfect lane to reset first, and then he'll crash a wave. By doing this, he builds a slight XP CS advantage, and then that will snowball him into the mid game, where he's able to build those big leads. I've always said this, that 10-minute to 25-minute mark is where Chovy's... That's his money, okay? Some people can hold up to him in the early lane, but he just has good decision making in that mid game where he gets so much bloody farm. It's more so being patient and prioritizing farm over kills. That's just the way he plays solo queue. It's the way he plays League. You can see that phase rush as Kayn going in. Maybe able to get an assist, not quite. And I've been experimenting a lot of tank builds with mages at the moment. I know Cassiopeia are benefiting from a lot of tank builds. I love these tanky mid lane setups. It's very good when your team has enough damage. Like this game, you got Jinx, you have Jax, you have Kayn. You have plenty of damage. You want to be a frontline CC bot, okay? But the thing about Ryze is you get plenty of extra damage from this mana. So the champion really does fit well with the playstyle. Seeing a lot of play in pro at the moment. And it's a simple champion. They dumbed down Ryze, in my opinion. The only thing you need to be very careful with is the ultimate in lower elos. A lot of the time, your team will just take the ultimate. You could literally ult your entire team into the enemy base, and they'd probably jump in and be like, what the hell? What's this? And they jump in and all die. So just be a little bit careful. But other than that, man, Q-backs, spam E's, your E, Q, resets, EW, you get a stun. Like, it's a pretty basic champion for you all. Oh, not quite. It was a contest. Every creep is a contest in this game. There is no... You don't ever want to allow your opponent to breathe. Like, they can't... Too many people just autopilot, man, and it's hard. The problem is, a lot of you guys play 20 games in a day, just grind, and you stop thinking. You're just playing. You're like, oh, beautiful. Is he ever going to get hit by a skill shot? As the diner literally lands it. Chovy flashes, using that phase rush to get out. You can't gank his Ryze. It's crazy. Chovy gets ganked so much, but he never dies compared to other mids. When I get ganked, I die every time. It's a problem. I'm trying to work on it. Chovy never dies, even when he overextends. I don't know how. Just has good timing, I guess. As Aurelia might hit level 6 first. Does hit 6. Does go wide. Chovy. He's got his boots. You can see he's weaving his way through. Hits him 6 himself. Has exhaust. Doesn't have flash. Weaving. Oh my god. Pops the exhaust. This poor Aurelia. And you can just see Ryze does do a lot of bloody damage, okay? He does do damage. You just need to land your Qs with your E. It's as simple as that. Just land your bloody skill shots. And Chovy's been having a pretty good year so far in the LCK. Playing for Gen G, of course. Looking to be his probably best chance at winning Worlds this year that he's ever had. Will he do it? He's got some pretty tough competition, but we'll see. Early days. As we head back to base. Let's see what we grab. He gets tanky here. Going towards the Everfrost. Opts for the cooldown reduction. You'll see a lot of champions that do this. That like the base health, but the cooldown reduction. Like Veigar getting a lot of play right now. The Kindle gem back with Lucidity boots. Pretty common, just to get some as much ability haste as possible and stack. Doesn't set up the freeze. He could have pulled it. There you go. A lot of people don't understand how valuable, like, he does pull the freeze. I was like, what the hell? He's just leaving the cannon. He does. You're going to let that sit? The wave will come up. Problem is now that the Aurelia gets a free roam. Chovy ults across. Beautiful ult. That's why Ryze is very good. It's like kind of like Twisted Fate in a sense, but not quite as long. And you know what? He set that mid lane up perfectly. The Jax will collect it. He'll shove out top lane 2 waves and reset. They'll switch back. Right? Like, just small macro decisions like this is a lot of the times the reason why he's able to get big farm numbers. He knows where to be. A lot of Elo players, I bet you Jax would have ran top, and they probably both would have shoved top lane wave, and then mid lane wave would have just been eaten by creeps or tower. Like, don't let anything go to waste. No gold to waste. As we are in really good stead this game. I'm thinking about doing 2 reviews just because he's played like 20 Ryze games in the last week. Gets the Lost Chapter out, looking very good. You love to see it. So essentially all you need is the Everfrost. The Everfrost and then full tank. You have so much mana coming through and you're so beefy. I honestly think it doesn't matter. You don't need to go full damage as Ryze. You just need to survive and throw out EQs. I don't know if Aurelia's hit an E yet. Chovy weaving absolutely... Oh, he does get hit by a skill shot and he bails. Knows Aurelia base damage is too high here. Pulls out. Gets all the cooldowns. And now he'll just hard shove it. Get some tower damage. Poor Aurelia. $86 at 9. We're on track for 10 per minute. I'm going to career soon, boys. Will I get a chance to verse Chovy? He, once again, goes wide. A lot of people are saying I'm going to get stuck in silver. I'm a little bit nervous. But I will verse Chovy, and I will win. Hit the plate. Hit that reset. And now we should have enough for that Everfrost. Beautiful little Birches here. Dude, a mythic before 10 minutes? Oh my days. It's an absolute bloodbath. This flash comes up in 40. Back in the lane now. Leona helps the Aurelia shove out the freeze. And Chovy is so damn consistent. I've always said this in solo queue, guys. The way you climb, it's not about your best games. It's about your average games. You don't want 20 kill games followed by a 20 death game. You just want solid performances. The best way to get resources in game is CS. It's as simple as that. Low deaths, don't give kills and gold over to your opponent. And slowly make your way up the ladder. Take the mistakes out of the game before you start introducing the insane 1v9 outplays. Just get rid of the mistakes, the basics, and you should be able to have a smooth climb up into Diamond. As you find champions you really feel comfortable with and put a lot of games into learning. Find that consistency, grind it a lot, and you'll be rewarded in this beautiful game we call League of Legends. Chovy has flash, has exhaust. He'll absolutely rinse this Aurelia if she wants to move in. 2-level advantage here. And Aurelia wants it. Oh my god, how do you dodge these? Solo? Oh, the flash. Please, somebody kill Aurelia. She doesn't die. Holy shit. I just noticed the Lee Sin is actually top esports Knight. Playing solo lane Lee Sin, and we do not get her. I cannot believe it. Good movement by Chovy. Impressive. The gold lead only 1,000 at this stage. As I reckon we're going to start looking to shift into a side lane. We want to drop down that bot lane tower and start side laning. No. Hey, hey, hey. Rakan. You're ruining our tempo. I reckon we want to drop into the side lane. Aurelia, Diana, Lee. Nobody can match the Ryze right now. And that's where you build up these huge advantages. As Chovy probably slamming his desk in protest of giving up a wave there under the tower. But it must happen. Merc Treads. Staple buy for Ryze. You're not going Sorks. It's usually Merc Treads or Ninja Tabar. You want to be surviving. Excited for the mid game. Damn, 700 gold in it. Just watch how he clears waves, by the way. It's not hard, this champion, guys. EQ. Boom. Tank Ryze. I can't wait till you guys see the actual tank items, though. See, ults up, looking for the Aurelia. Good positioning. Will they find her? Just need the W to get it. There's a ward there. Beautiful. W, Everfrost, EQ. EQ. We grab our third kill of the game. How easy is that? And it's a shame Jax moved top here. I think he should have ran mid. Chovy shove out top, but we'll make our way back through. Grab the mid lane wave and start setting up for objectives. Oh my god, that wave clear. So don't get me wrong, I don't think Ryze is the best solo queue champion at the moment, but this cheese tanky build is very strong. Can catch people off guard. I still think if you're looking to climb, the basic champions that take thought process out of mechanics are the best. Because then you can think about how to position, how to play. Things like, unfortunately, the Annie, like the Malzahar. But even those champions, guys, they can be complex in their own sense, so there's no freebies in League. It's all about just learning one champion or two. Wait! Wait! Hit that 10 CS per minute mark finally. Looking to drop that bot lane out. Come on. As I do believe we go the Fimble One-Tar up next. Going to be giving you the huge shields. And the side lane. Lower elo players don't side lane. You guys don't side lane. I never see people side laning correctly. If you have a lead in a matchup like this, the side lane is your friend. You don't need to permanently group. If you can put this pressure into the side lane, 1v1 the enemy top laner or whatever lane is going there, you can just cause so much havoc. Problem is, a lot of you will get picked and don't know when to push. So it's a good learning process as the Jax just wants top lane apparently. Chovy has to run through mid lane and waste time. Leona. Ultimate. Everfrost. You're not going to touch him, buddy. Hey, buddy. You're not going to touch this guy. We can move very aggressively. No Leona ult. Leona moves in. Chovy should comfortably be able to just jog out safely and throw these EQs. And look at that positioning. 99% of people would actually try and run back in there to fight. Chovy just bails. Not going to risk it. It's not worth it. The bounty on his head is too valuable. I for sure guarantee I would have died there. But I love watching players, and in my head, I'm playing the game myself, right? That's how you should be VOD reviewing. Watching these games and just watching it from your point of view, like, is this what I would do? And when they do something where you're like, what the hell, I wouldn't do that. If it's Chovy, a lot of the time, it's probably the right decision to make. So maybe, just maybe, next time you play and you're in the game with that position, you'll change your mind. Subconsciously, a lot of the time, it'll just happen. You won't have to think. And that's where the improvement comes. Bot lane will drop. You'll be able to get a reset in before that wave crashes in the bot side tower, I reckon. Gets the Fimble winner. Almost done. 3-3-3-3. And the tanky armor build is perfect in this type of situation. Lee Sin, Aurelia, Aphelios. Diana doing actually quite well. She looks for the all-in. Chovy does drop the flash. EQ. Oh my god. No shot. These poor souls. Chovy doesn't ego it. Because he knows they're getting such map presence on the other side of the map as they die. Okay, never mind. And we should honestly just shove through this entire bot side all the way up, I reckon. Nice job by Kane. Takes out Knight. And this is where you're overclocking on CS per minute. You take these you take these waves and then you take the camps. He actually hasn't killed almost any jungle camps this game, has he? And still overclocking. He should, yeah, there you go. Move up on the Wraith camp. It's a ward there, though. And the Dyna's going to, yeah, beeline straight over. Look at him jog. I love Ryze. Great champion. Champion that makes you think. Players like Faker really do excel with this pick when it's in the meta. I think it mainly just comes down to... It's a very short-range champion, so you want to be running into short-range comps. This is perfect. Aurelia, Diana, Lee Sin. You do not want to be running Ryze into a comp that has, like, Caitlyn. It has, like, Xerath or Azir or Syndra. Has long, like, Kennen. You don't want to be running Ryze. You want to be running Ryze into very short-range comps and completely takes them out of the game. Completely takes them out of the game. Same thing goes for Cassiopeia, and you have to be thinking about these things when you go into games and see champion selects. I see a lot of people just suicide games and give over free wins by picking a champion that's not suitable to the game. Number one, you gotta pick something you're comfortable with. I don't care if it doesn't suit the game, you have to be comfortable with it. But on top of that, if you're able to pick something good for the scenario, like for instance, if your jungle, top, sup, all don't have CC, you know? You have... What's like a non-CC sup? I don't know. Let's just say like, I mean, Sona has CC. Lulu or something. Like Lulu, Graves, Jace. Don't pick a non-CC mid laner. You're probably going to be screwed. You need some form of CC. You got to think about these small things because I see too many people fucking over comps. Little rage. Little rant. As we move our way into the Frozen Heart. Side lane's our friend. Remember, we don't have teleport. And I do not recommend teleport in lower elos. I don't even really recommend exhaust in lower elos, below diamond. I VOD review and see too many people as we ult through, get the combo onto Leona. She's done. You're not using it correctly. It's not hard to use Ignite. Ignite, damage, press it when someone's gonna die. How easy is that? Exhaust, you need to know when the burst is gonna come. You need to know who to put it on. Teleport is a whole nother list of things you guys need to think about. I want to take things that you guys think about down to only 2 or 3. No more than that. The less things you think about, the better you'll perform. Guaranteed. Some of you guys don't use Hourglass. You don't click it. Why are you buying these things? You don't even use them. You want to free pass the diamond. Take the things you have to think about out of your game. As we almost make our way to Frozen. We steamroll down to the bot lane. Jax wants a bit of farm, but we're not going to give it as we have to fight for the dragon. Up in... What's that? 10 seconds. God, this health is starting to get obnoxious. 124 armor. Not sure why the chat is there blocking the profile, but alright. We have the Frozen Heart now. Beautiful. 144. Almost at 3k health. And now you're going to start buying things like the Gargoyle Stone Plate. You can even get things like Demonic. Like, you can get so beefy. You get 4k plus health with this setup. I realized I actually made our way back into the game. Not bad. Blade Rune King Triforce. Interesting setup. Oh, this champion. 230 at 21. Not bad, not great. I've seen him do a lot better than this. But you watch this game and it's perfection. He hasn't made that, like, honestly, I can barely point out many decision or micro mistakes he's made this game. Which is so hard at this level. And that's just what you're aiming for, guys. The perfect game. What we dream about. I go to bed thinking about it. I just want a perfect game. Every click, every input. Perfect, like an AI. Will it ever happen? Don't think so. I don't think it's possible. But Chovy is probably the closest human we have to doing it. As we just spam our abilities. It's not hard. Move in, move out. Problem is this range. Disables them, but you can't get on top of them. Leona ults in. Chovy gets the flash off. And now it's going to be an EQ mayhem. We have ultimate if we need to chase into the enemy base. Might not even be needed. It won't be needed. You can see just absolutely 604. Over 10 CS per minute. I mean, what more do you want from this guy? He doesn't lose on Ryze. 90% win rate from the last 20. Pretty sure I'm going to review one more Ryze game after this. Just because I feel like he wasn't really tested this game. Let's jump onto the next game and check out how it goes differently. Let's get into it. Second game into an Ahri this matchup, so it's going to play out a lot differently. Ahri actually has a little bit of a range advantage on the Ryze. I'm interested to see how Chovy plays it differently. You can see Ahri W start, and she's probably going to win the early shove. There was an invade, so Chovy started W. I think the Ahri just going to be winning out on these trades. You can see sometimes you're not able to get that level 2. You need to contest it at least, a lot of the time. Sometimes you're just going to be slightly beaten out. But it's not as though it's that horrendous or unrecoverable of a trade. The wave won't be able to crash, which is key. A lot of you guys play so passively, you just let the first 2 waves just come straight in and get crashed. You don't even trade back. You're not weaving autos. You're not contesting minions. You're just sitting there letting it happen to you. Do something. You don't have to take an insane all-in trade. I'm just saying, man. There's going to be opportunities where you can weave an auto or a skill shot or two when the enemy is going for creeps. As we instantly just EW flash onto the Ahri. No flash, takes that kill. 2 assists to his name now, but the Ahri, I'm not sure how you can come back into this game playing around the Zac. A lot of mobility. A lot of mobility, actually, for red side here. And this might actually be a harder game for Chovy to play out. You're into an Ahri, an Ezreal, and an Anivia. Of course, the Zac can jump on top of you. And you're going to have to be very good with these movements as we get the base, get the tier. Now, Chovy starts corrupting. This is an interesting teleport. He TP straight bot. Looking for an opportunity. Blitzcrank doesn't land the hook. I don't know if he's been seen. He's just waiting. Waiting. This is a very interesting play. He knows there's going to be no wave crashing mid lane for 20 seconds, right? So he quickly teleports bot, looks for the opportunity, and he's going to come back across. Probably only miss a creep or 2. Decent play. Not able to get anything done, but you can understand the premise behind it. And I was going to say, almost all pro mids, okay, they go corrupting with biscuits. Almost all pro mids. Because if you don't, the enemy mid will constantly hard trade into you and they have more sustain than you. The problem is, for a lot of low elo players, you don't get the extra 5 base AD on your autos for minions, and they miss a lot of creeps. They don't know how to get the shove. I think in lower elos, in my opinion, if you don't know, like, not really using the Corrupting Potion and Biscuits to your advantage, go with something else and a Doran's Ring start. Some extra health. You're a little bit more survivable. If you're not heavy trading, it's going to work out much better. The autos are easy to last hit with. I'm just trying to simplify it for you amateur players. The high elo players, okay, you need the Corrupting Biscuits because if you don't, you get hard traded on. People identify your weakness and go for it and trying to hit your resources. But in the lower elos, I'm doing below Diamond, man. Clean it up. Run Ignite. Run Doran's. Just get consistency. Because you're probably not using the Biscuits and the Corrupting properly on the trades as we roam to the top side. Lee Sin absolutely dead here as we get the bounty to our name. We're going to hard shove this in. Chovy all around the map in this early game like Ryze. Sorry, like fake is Ryze usually, who roams around a lot. And we'll head back. I wonder if it's going to be a Mercs rush into this Ahri. Early Mercs on Ryze. You're playing the Ahri, Syndra, LeBlanc. Early Mercs is the key. Tenacity, movement, speed. That extra MR is going to keep you alive, and they're not going to be able to get any positive trades onto you. As they dash in, get an EWQ, auto EQ, something like that, and you're going to come out with a positive trade. $50 CS at 5 minutes, holy fuck. What does it come down to with Chovy in his CS? How come he just never misses? Like, his timing? Is he just better at timing than other people? He hasn't put any more games in than other people. He instantly ults in, gets a Nivea's flash, jukes out on the Zac. And we're just going from bot to top, to bot to top. We shove the Ahri in, and obviously no one can shove Ryze. Ryze, the only person that can really shove Ryze is a Victor, level 7, with upgrade. Other than that, most champions will go through too much mana to try and match. Look at that fade. The movement speed on this champion is ridiculous. Oh. Just does things. I just feel things when I see every creep hit. One day, Drew. One day that'll be me. Good game by Chovy though, because a lot of Chovy reviews we watch, he just sits mid, doesn't move, but he's been moving a lot this game while still keeping the resources to the absolute maximum. So Ahri goes for the roam here. He decides, I'm going to go for plates. These days, if you get 2 plates for a roamed kill, it's fine with me. Plus, you're getting extra experience. It's not bad. So if you can hard shove it for 2 plates, don't run down bot and try and follow like an idiot. Stop wasting every single second in your League of Legends games. You need to be thinking. How do I get more resources? Where do I get advantages? There needs to be no downtime. So if you're like, fuck, maybe I'll just go down the bot. I'll hesitate, come back. Like, you're losing games through this, man. Make your mind up 1 second and hard commit to it. Like anything in life. Careful! Oh shit, the Predator, Anivia. We do not need to flash. This is the early max. He can't be touched. You cannot touch this guy. Comes through, gets that level 8. We'll hit the reset now. Hopefully working our way towards... we'll probably do the same setup with the Kindle Gem. Unless we have a full Lost Chapter buy, which we do. And now we have too much mana. Ahri, no Lost Chapter, no mana. Ahri mana costs are stupid right now. You hard shove this Ahri in, she tries to match it, she runs Zoom. You're still full mana. Good little setup. Nivea. That's Viego. True. Yikes. And it's funny, the Ahri's actually not... Oh, we find Zachary. The Ahri's not... Stun lands, blitz, hook, EQ. Silence comes through. Chovy with his second kill. And if you're into a style like this as the Ahri and you're feeling useless, you need to just coin flip roam, in my opinion. Just roam, 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 and try and get somebody ahead. Blitz! Sitting mid and just getting pummeled is not the option. You've always got options in this game. Sometimes just sitting mid and taking it, yes, it's fine if you can just keep the Ryze in the mid lane. If your bot lane, top lane doing very well, and you're just sacking half of the CS per waves, it's fine. That's okay with me. But as long as your entire, if your entire team's lose, Jesus Christ. Can they kill him? They can, but do we get the return? We don't. Can't play safe. Oh, and that was a little bit unlucky. Lee Sin with the flash. Entire team. Takes an entire team to take down Chovy. And I think Anivia support, underrated. I genuinely think it's underrated. Sion has the hull breaker, right? Great item, that one. I'm not sure what I think about the hull breaker design. I don't feel like many champions really utilize it. I don't know. I feel like it could have been a really cool item, but it just turned out to be, A couple of champions use it. It is what it is. Didn't really... I don't know, man. It's not always it's a bad item. I just feel like we could have done better. We could have cooler. We could have much cooler items. On a ward here. Ahri knows. Does Ahri know? What the hell? And see how he holds the W because he knows Ahri's gonna ult. Last Q won't be able to touch. I'm pretty sure, was there not a ward in here? Right there, yep. But Ahri didn't see him. What? Ooh. Anivia here once again to babysit the mid lane. Welcome to my life. Got so much tenacity, we're piss chilling. Yes, some chicken farming. Arrow drop. We definitely want these plates. Anivia flashes through. Focus the Ahri, no yep. And now it's just EQ, EQ, EQ. Lee Sin really wants to get this kill, and he's not able to get it. Ezreal gets juked. We'll grab the creeps, head back to base now for the Lost Chapter, and drop into a side lane, hopefully. Looking good. One more wave. Hey, why not? One more wave. Yeah, you can get one more wave. I always have this voice in the back of my head, just begging me to go for one more wave, and then another guy's like, don't do it, you might get picked. Another one's like, do it, do it, do it. One more wave, you get it. Some days I give in to the bad guy. I mean, who is the bad guy and the good guy in my... I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think there should be guys in my head. But Everfrost completed. Winter is the next one, of course. Utilizes this teleport. Almost unleashed. Yes. EW, Everfrost, EQ. 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 E. That was a W. Gets the ace for the team. Tristana absolutely popping off. Quadra kill, and Chovy finishes with the top lane. As we'll make our way towards the mid, but first we should be able to get some camps. And unfortunately, this little juicy, succulent scuttle crab, so salty yet so flavorsome in the river, as our TP is unleashed. And I'm wondering if he's a little bit... I don't think he's going to do it, but... Oh, ult. Get in, Blitz. Didn't quite make it. Makes his way over onto the Nivea. Everfrost. You can see how key this Everfrost is. It's infinite CC. Infinite CC. I'm not even joking. I'm wondering if he goes for a little bit more damage this game because he's snowballing, but... I still don't think you're going to get that much more damage with a full damage build rather than the tank. Because he's just so much more survivable. 150 at 14. Thimble Winner should be finished by now. 339. Good timings on this bad boy as we get the cloth armor. Frozen Heart up next. Just gives over a bounty. Continues pathing towards the blue, then top, and then decides mid lane waves crashing. I'll head there first. He sees the Blitzcrank waiting. Hook. Jesus. Whole team coming through. Chovy running straight forward with these EQs. One more E. Gets the kill. The boss. One more E. One more E. Ooh, has to drop the flash. These minions work so well for Ryze. And you're so fucking tanky here, mate. Dude, the minions work so well for these ARAM fights with Ryze. And this is this moment right here. This is such a good learning. 90% of players would run down for that mid lane tower with his team looking for the dive. Chovy doesn't do this. He doesn't want to be with the team sharing XP. He sees the wave in the bot lane. He go and grabs the resources. And this is why I honestly think this is why that 15 to 25 minute mark, he's able to get these huge leads, because he doesn't do this stupid shit that they're doing in the mid lane. He has the self-control. And, yeah. A good learning point. Stop chasing kills. Once you get the kill, look on the map and get the resources. I know I talk about it a lot, man, but I get people literally you have no idea my DMs, people trying to ask me how to climb, how to get out of this division. What do I do? What am I doing wrong? Dude, there's so many free resources these days. Oh, do I need a coach? Do I need this? Like, man, please. Help yourself. Just watch some Chovy laning phases and you'll be right. It'll come good, mate. Good thing about level 11 Ryze ult, you can kind of split in the top side. And you can still pressure into the mid lane. Your ultimate range gets a little bit longer. I hate versing a good Ryze. Very annoying. Just because of the phase, the movement speed and being so tanky, it's just... It's a recipe for disaster. $190 at 17. Not bad, not bad. As he instantly teleports into the mid lane fight, does have ultimate. Use the Everfrost. Should be able to clean up the Lee Sin. They get it. And now he's thinking, do I ultimate in? He does. Come straight up on top of Ari. Gets the assist. And I'm wondering if he hard chases for this Ezreal. He doesn't have flash. The wave is crashing. There you go. The wave is crashing into the bot side though, so the chase might be justified here. Come on, Blitz. Predict it. Nice silence. You're dead. Everfrost, EQ. Good night, sweet prince. He could die. Oh my god. Ooh. Doesn't quite die, my man's. Yeah. You have this much armor. You got 100 armor and 3k health. Like, it's only 18. You have to understand it's only 18 minutes in the game. Yes, he's very farmed. He's very fed. But this could be you. I'm not lying. Should have the Frozen Heart. See how they do this little corrupting trick? Where you do the corrupting out of base and move back in? Next item should be the Gargoyle Stone Plate. What are you gonna go last? You could go like... Does Abyssal work well on Ryze? Magic Resist gives... I think it now gives like slow burning Magic Pen or something like that. They changed it.
빨강 팀이 드래곤을 처치했습니다.
So satisfying, man. 27. We're overclocking a little bit. I still want to see the 4... What did Doinby hit on Ryze? He was 400 CS at 24, I think. Oh my god, that's a fast bird. Not able to land the stun, and he's able to get out. Flash up in 5 seconds. And he'll just collect the wave. They're going to start up the Baron. Anivia has been taken out of the game. And I'm just praying it goes a little bit longer. I want to show you guys how good the Gargoyle Stoneplate is on these mages. Ari forced the flash. Sorry, forced the ult. Ooh, gotta be very careful here on this fight. Instantly finds the Ari. No time for her to use that ultimate. And our ult. We don't have ultimate. We're gonna run it down mid. And I'm wondering, yeah, it doesn't really seem endable. So once again, look at the decision making here. Look at the decision making. Straight bot lane. Too many times. We all just run mid A-ramming against an Anivia. There's no point. There's no gain. Farm the creeps. Tempo looks good. And it is going to be the stone plate. Gets the Aegis. Teleport online. TP's in. Baron should be started in a little bit. It's a Nivea wave clear. Like, they probably do need the Baron to close. Ooh. Chovy wants to flank it. He doesn't have flash though, so it makes maybe a little bit hard. Blocked off by the Nivea wall. And I feel like Chovy doesn't want to be here. Yep. He just instantly says, fuck this, guys, I'm out. I'm gonna farm the chickens, maybe even farm the mid lane. And they want to try and set up the Baron for the close. Without it, it's too risky. Eyeing off the enemy. This is so Chovy-esque. Fuck the mayhem, I'm farming creeps. Oh, this could be a kill on the lead. Gotta try and kill the Gromp first though, right? We have ult. Is he just gonna wander across? He is just gonna wander across. Waits for the Science CC. They take the Lee Sin out of the game. Finally, they're pinging towards the Baron. I wonder if they could have done it then. Gargoyle, there we go, baby. So this is going to give you around about 1,000 shield. So a lot of these mages like Cassio and Ryze, they go Gargoyle now. It gives you 1,000 shield-ish. You get ability haste, so some cooldown reduction to help your abilities. And then a punch of magic resist and armor. You can see 214 armor, 144 magic resist with 3k health. You still have one more item slot to go. You're going to be hard pressed to find a champion that's going to be able to 1v1 this Ryze right now. Ryze ult.
Hello. Ari still has the ultimate, so they're just going to front to back. Look at Chovy all the way up the back. Just pumping EQs into their dead body. Trank flashes through. And is that going to be it? Lee Sin, the only member remaining. Look at the Gargoyle Stoneplate proc there. Gets the shield, gets the size. Enemy team going to FF the game. They're not able to match. Thank you for watching, guys. Good luck in your games with this tanky Ryze setup. I think it's very strong. And I'll see you on my next video. Peace.